Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is Capo Daniel, the president of the Ambazonian People's Advocative Platform. I've come to you today to exercise my right to respond to the blackmail that is being led by Dr. Cho through his spokesperson, Lucas Asu. I say Dr. Cho because I have been there. I was once his spokesperson and I know how he operates. So since I resigned from the Agovc'S, there have been blackmail after blackmail, and this time they are threatening my family. The Agovc'S have sent its spokesperson. I don't want to say the Agovc'S because many of the people within that organization have reached out to me. But the few people who are actually the owners of that group, because that is not a constituted body of Ambazonian, it is a group of small clique that are masking themselves as an organization, but are not actually operating as organization, but it's a one-man show. So I'm going to play the video of his threat against me, my family. It started off by Cecilia Amabo being sent out there to make statement about things that everybody knows. You know, it is normal and natural for somebody to resign. When you have differences with a group, you resign. If you cannot pursue the things that you believe are the correct things, the right thing to do is to resign. I have resigned from the Agovc'S. I submitted my resignation to Dr. Cho. Before I submitted that resignation, I have one-on-one meeting with every single top official of that organization to tell them the reasons why I was resigning. It has been 3 months when we have been going to and forth about the differences that we had as a result of the pre-talks. Ever since I resigned, I had actually offered an olive leaf to work in collaboration with the Agovc'S, but they have responded with blackmail and blackmail, which proved to the Ambazonian people that these are just a group of power-monger people that will do everything, including murder of patriots, for them to be a dominant people or a dominant leader. I'll play the video of the threats made against me and my family, put out by Lucas Asu, so that you can hear for yourself.
I want to send this warning to Capo Daniel, to the thief man, to the corrupted embezzler of soldier their money. We don't become a Cameroon agent for Ambazonian liberation. We they send me for Canada pre-talks. He go there, he go to sleep. Cameroon delegates where they come for the pre-talks. And it been an arrangement. We will already make up. That's why immediately after the pre-talks, it start for work for Cameroon. Don't get so many complaints. Say Capo Daniel, it blackmail Ambazonia Defense Forces. It blackmail Ambazonia Defense Forces, the soldiers then. It talk how they don't get bullets, and it give an invitation to the Cameroon occupation government where they work with them now for launch operation and attacks against our forces. Capo Daniel they do and so for your own risk and the risk of your own family. Ye Capo Daniel they put a family at their own risk just because of small Cameroon woman. We go to Canada of small money with the tiffer from Ambazonian soldiers, their weapon. Today, because of woman, because of embezzlement and corruption, and I don't provide now all the evidence. Money for buy bikes for forces them. It's tiffer. They send you for pre-talks. You carry your own hand. You go take Cameroon officials, their telephone number there. You go begin to make backdoor deals with them. Sleep with one of them.
So you have heard, I will just repeat it so that anybody can, somebody who is following me will understand what is happening. As you have heard, I will just summarize what he said. He said that he's sending a warning, which is a threat against me. He is alleging that I slept with the Cameroon delegate and that I had arranged everything. That means before we went there, I had arranged to go and sleep with this girl there and all these things. Somehow he believes that I manipulated Dr. Cho to delegate me to go and represent our country in Canada, and I already planned with La Republique to send me a girl there and sleep with that girl. This is how stupid and how low some people can go to look for relevance. First of all, it is not a crime to sleep with a delegate. If I wanted to sleep with a delegate, I can do that for the benefit of Ambazonia, or even to enjoy myself if I could do that. I'm a mature man and I have the rights to do what I want to do. In this our struggle, I have been the most accountable person. I have recorded messages that La Republique was trying to bribe me and release those messages to our people so that they can learn on the modus operandis of La Republique du Cameroon. People engage in relationship of this nature to benefit their struggle and to gather intel and to influence the other side. So it is not a strange thing that if I slept with La Republique du Cameroon delegate. But as a matter of fact, I did not sleep with any Cameroon delegates there. The Cameroon delegates, before they come to that particular pre-talks, we had intelligence that the Cameroon government was bringing girls there to seduce us and to influence us during the pre-talks. That is why initially, when we went into the first session, in which I led the Agovc'S delegation, the first thing I objected to any Cameroon agent or anybody brought from Cameroon there who is not a member of the Cameroon government. We rejected a lot of people and they were turned back by the Canadians. The Cameroon government, they brought people from the religious sectors, they brought people from different NGOs who wanted to come there and participate, but I rejected them, and all of us there, we rejected the Cameroon delegates who were coming there, knowing that they were bringing people to use women to try to seduce us. The only two women that were in there of the Cameroon delegates is one who was from the presidency, and the second one who was an appointee, political appointee by the Prime Minister, who was very professional. All of them were very professional. There was nothing going on there of that nature, as Lucas is trying to insinuate. There was this girl that I called Jezebel, who had made this stupid allegation. But I can understand her, because a girl like that, who is amongst boys and nobody is paying attention to her. And this particular girl had once sent me pictures with her sexy pictures, and claimed to me that, oh, it was a mistake she was trying to send to her friend previously. So I can get her seeing boys like that, nobody paying attention to her, and think that people are doing those type of things. And the last time we had a meeting, a retrospective meeting, Mama Wali was there and a bunch of other people in the Agovc'S was there. I brought up that issue because she suggested that in a phone call with Dr. Cho when we were having conversation in the pre-talks, and say, oh, maybe some person go for Capo Daniel room now, maybe he do something for them with one of that get them. We just laugh at it. And during our retrospective conversation, she apologized. So it is not a crime to sleep with a delegate. If I wanted to do that, I would do that. If I think it will benefit me or benefit the country. But I didn't go there to benefit myself. So these are just lies. I did not sleep with any Cameroon delegates. The Cameroon delegates were not prostitutes. They were respectable women that were there, and I respect them, including our own women that were there. We respect women, and we don't treat women as tool. And if we have to do that, I'll discuss that with our team. So these are just blackmail, trying to blackmail me to claim that I arranged to have those type of relationship there even before we went to that conference, which means that I'm so complex and so intelligent to pull that type of thing off. So these are just people who are saying every type of desperate thing to try to dwarf my leadership and to try to discredit me just to elevate themselves. And that is not how it works. So he said that he's complaining that I blackmail Ambazonian Defense Forces, that they did not have bullets. By so doing, I'm inviting the Cameroon government to come and attack them. That is just stupidity. And I'm going to play audio from the mission commander in Bui, who was responding to my outing where I was criticizing the Agovc'S for blackmailing me and how he expressed himself. And I can assure you, 90% of all ADF generals and commanders are with me, are sympathetic with me. They have sent me messages to tell me what they are discussing and what they are telling them about me. And all of them knows what we have been doing and they know what I stand for. So they themselves are making a fool, the Agovc'S are making a fool of themselves to try to paint me black when the soldiers themselves, they know that I am white. So I'm going to play the audios of the soldier, one of the soldier, because this is just one. I have series of messages that are talking about the same thing. When I was there, we had the same conversation, because in the Agovc'S, they collect money and they don't distribute it according to operational need, but they use those money to buy name and put resources only in the hands of soldiers and people that are blindly loyal to Dr. Cho. The few time I was there, we had been for over a year without a single gun supplied to them. But once I came there, I asked for money. The money was approved, provided to me. I supply weapons to the camp in Menchum. All their weapons, supply weapons from Menchum to Bui. And those weapons were acknowledged publicly by General Hassan. And after that, you would expect that somebody will have done something that can work. Money will keep on coming for that person to do the same thing. But no, I was cut off and money was used to other people, and the result is this. I'm going to play this audio so that our people hear from the soldiers themselves about this subject matter.
Capo Daniel. Yeah, you talk, that talk so you good. That way you talk so. You don't move all your belly, talk. I hear him.
So this soldier, he forwarded. So these are just the message he forwarded me. That means he forwarded me an excerpt of what I had said that the Agovc'S people have cut and share amongst the soldiers. And he was actually telling me that I'm right, you know. And these people, let me play the audio so that you hear from the soldier himself.
In this way, Capo Daniel, the people in this way, I know they understand whether I say what. I know they understand. I don't really be me confused. I don't make them so I just weak men a week. I make them so I just weak men a week. They make them so send the struggle and have a back. Make them so send the struggle and have a back. You still know that time we have a talk for us about Palaba weapon. Then coach me for us. Time we have a talk Palaba weapon say since I will be seize we weapon. And we don't ever see where people them for oversight. Then to say how will they be seized with a weapon, so when I take the one begin to manage. No be here where we talk for us for we command then the holla me over there. Just take example, look like person like MG Capo so. Look like MG Capo for Buzo. Now person where they be get for key more equipment. But I just look me thing them and just look me thing them how they just laugh me and I laugh. People then they laugh ADF for we not laugh. Because some the shit on where you get liners or you get 40 soldiers, 50 soldiers. But where you will get now but they go the ones they may struggle begin to go from front, they struggle go for now. Mostly soldiers them for ADF, they don't run go now for IG because they know say IG then get gun. They don't run go now for place them where gun then they. You know say for Puye. People them where then get gun like Puye warrior for Kaikom. They know they. People them for Kaikom get weapon like General Efanso. People them for Kaikom get weapon. You know say for Puye.
So when I hear now the soldier and a mission commander that for Bui, it respond to the argument to and forth between me and the Agovc'S. It talk say this time when they go out for blackmail me, it be very discouraging for them, the soldiers, because them then trust me. So if una be out of touch with those soldiers, then una not even know which way they go through majority of una, because una already she done for diaspora the one getting relevant. Una not be hard working for work with the soldiers and for ensure say then know which way they happen when I provide them with intelligence. Then when they come out for can they try to discredit somebody where they believe in. When they instead affect, when they destroy their morale. And that is true with all the camp the way they live for ADF. If I play you all the commander them, their reaction from this, their blackmail, you will shock. These people have lost their mind. They have lost their bearings. And Lucas, who is a mumu, an impotent man, should be ashamed of himself. So he went further to try to instigate attacks against my family, threatening my family, lying that I am blackmailing the soldiers by saying that they don't have bullet. I didn't even mention that they don't have bullet. What I simply said was that look at Bui Warrior, or whether it is a Bui Warrior or the splinter Bui Warrior under Mad Dog. They go for operation regularly because you have these guys of Scandi Media. They don't raise funds like the ADF. But every day they provide weapons and bullets, refilling to their soldiers, and they pass with those weapons every day in front of our soldiers. Bad are our soldiers feeling when they see the neighboring camps who are not popular, who don't have people to speak out for them, who are not even raising funds publicly. They are having more weapons than the ADF. ADF soldiers, as you hear from the commander, they are leaving ADF camp to go and join the Bui Warriors. And they are even ashamed, they are even mocking our Supreme Commander, the Lieutenant General Capo. Is that not a shame? By me saying this, for them it means that I'm asking La Republique to come and attack the ADF camp. If they say that I'm working for La Republique, why do I need to come and say things in public to call La Republique to go and attack them? Will I not just provide this intelligence to La Republique so that La Republique can come and attack them? You see, when people are so stupid and so evil, they even contradict themselves. You cannot be claiming that I am working for La Republique the same time you are claiming that I am making public statement because I want to work for La Republique. Which one is which one? See how confused you are, just trying to lie. So they are going too far as threatening my family. My family that I have actually cut off from them because of this struggle for the sake of our people. My family that I do not even discuss anything about the struggle with. And the Agovc'S people, they know better because I have been with them like family. They know my in and out. They know my family. I know their family. We were all like family. So people that have lived with you like family, if they come out, I told you initially that information that I provided only to few members of the Agovc'S, including Dr. Cho, was leaked to La Republique du Cameroon platform about my personal security. And I told you that they were doing that because they wanted to kill me. Not because I've done anything wrong. Simply because they know that I am popular and I'm strong and I'm a credible leader. And they will do everything to bring down everybody that they perceive as a leader who can help Ambazonia because they just want to be leaders. And that would make somebody to think, what if they can do that to me? It means the allegations people are making against them about all the ADF soldiers that have died, including the allegations made by ADF commanders themselves, which I have shared with you publicly, are all likely true. Because if they can do that to me, then it means they can do it to anybody. And anybody who is listening to me, and you are in the Agovc'S, a group that sends people to attack Capo Daniel, and are now sending people to attack my family, not for what my family have done, but justifying and instigating people to attack my family, and you are in that group, that means that you have lost your morals. You have stained your soul. Run away from that group. I'm telling you, the international community, you saw Jeune Afrique, an Elite France newspaper publication, publishing how Dr. Cho, #1 enemy for La Republique du Cameroon, have done everything in his power to destroy any effort for negotiation. You had another Cameroon newspaper have also picked on the story. You have had international experts that have published this story. So it is not just me talking out of thin air. Researchers have put the same statement outside there. And then you would imagine that reasonable people will ask questions to Dr. Cho, but what is really going on? Did you really do these things? None of them have disputed that what I'm saying are the truth. But instead, they have taken this publication and they are posting on their Facebook page and say, whoa, our leader is the #1 person in the enemy of La Republique du Cameroon. That is their take. They don't see that they are considering him as an impediment to peace, as an impediment to negotiation and resolution of this matter. So how can you be happy that your leader is stopping negotiation? Remember that Dr. Cho, when Seseko declares independent, he was the only one who came up against it. He did not come out to be happy that millions of our people have risen up to accept independence for Ambazonia, but he was there complaining. Oh, Seseko Ayoktabi, you have declared independence without preparing an army. Seseko Ayoktabi, we cannot negotiate because we are not negotiating from a position of strength. The last time we went to negotiation in pre-talks, what position of strength were we in that we had not been before? So these are people who are doing things just to destroy every Ambazonian that they see as a potential competitor. And by so doing, they have killed and murdered a lot of people like they are trying to do to me. Isolated a lot of people who have a lot to contribute to our struggle. You would wonder why our soldiers are going crazy and doing excesses. Because people like that who will accept anything that the soldiers say because they just want relevance at all costs. Except for soldiers to cut people's ID card. Do crazy things. For what? What does it benefit you, Dr. Cho Ayaba? So they went out and said that I embezzled money, and the money, I'm a corrupt person, that that they have provided evidence, and the evidence they provide was a receipt that somebody sent me money. How is that an evidence that somebody have embezzled? These people, have they even have any IQ? Does you, Lucas, I know you are mumu, and also you need a reason. But this is a new law for you. And they take the picture of my beautiful wife and put a cross on our head to instigate people to target us, to kill us. Luckily, I'm not like you, because if I decide to target you, Lucas, or target your own family, it will not take 1 week, you will see result. But I'm not like you people. And I would never allow anybody to do that in my name. And nobody should ever do that in my name. Nobody should even threaten your family or the family member of Dr Cho. I will fight and die to protect your family, to protect the right of every Ambazonian who differs with me. Because that is who I am in my character and in my soul. What a disgrace. That me, Capo Daniel, the same Agovc'S, was putting out flyers that I am incorruptible. I'm the incorruptible Capo Daniel. So if I was corrupt, why did they not fire me? Why is it that I am the one who is resigning? When I resigned, Dr. Cho Ayaba, in accepting resignation, provided the reason why I was resigning to the Ambazonian people. And he explained to them very clearly that we have divergence. And because of this divergence, I'm going to go my path and continue in doing my activism. Because I had explained to him what I'm going to do afterward. And he accepted it. The other members of the Agovc'S have explained to them what was going on. For 3 months, we have had meeting with Lucas Asu. So if these people in the organizations, they are there, and this guy is coming out, Dr. Cho will send him to say these things, and they sit down, it is pathetic. They have lost their soul. They should know that Dr. Cho have been targeted for sanction by the United States of America. And if they were clapping when the American ambassador was targeting Paul Biya, telling the world that Paul Biya was committing crimes, that is why they sanctioned him. Today, the same America is sanctioning Dr. Cho Ayaba. If the Americans were credible to sanction Paul Biya, today they are sanctioning Dr. Cho, then it should be an eye-opener for them. Dr. Cho Ayaba is finished. You are following him, you are following a dead horse. This is an extreme person that have caused the greatest havoc in our struggle. All this infighting, the IG like this, they are behaving the way they are because of Dr. Cho Ayaba. You go out there, you insult them, you say all type of rubbish thing, you swear that these people can never take power. And then at the same time, you say that you want to collaborate with people. Who can collaborate with you? No doubt everybody is running away from you. People are warning people about you because of exactly what you are doing to me. And the whole world can see this as an exhibit of your character. I'm going to provide a video of the bike that they say I took money and I had money. I've never embezzled money. Never, ever. When they gave money for anything for me, I do exactly what that money is meant for. I took risks, travel, and gotten explosive material that was the component for the remote control explosive that was being used in Ground Zero. En masse. I send those things by myself. Take risks to go and get those things. Our soldiers, in their wisdom, took those mechanisms and provided them all to the IG groups. From Grandpa Bali, go down to everywhere. They share it to the IG group and they didn't do anything. Because they were wise to know that they don't want to give you people credit. Because you are evil. They send money for the Akamanso uniform. I bought those Akamanso uniform. I took risk personally to go and supply those materials to our soldiers there. Today they come and they say I've eaten money. Eating money for what? People send me money. Just, I don't want to say, just, I can, if I tell you the amount of money I spend to our soldiers, which is minimal because our people, everybody is doing their best to sacrifice for this struggle. People send me money every day. And I direct those money directly to our soldiers. I've raised informants, I've done all type of things for these people, for this struggle. And these people to come and accuse me because they just want to try to tarnish my reputation is a shame. So I'll play a video of the bike that they claim that I embezzled so that you can see.
Did you see? Now the bike is so. One time our governing council for the Air Force where they make the bike be available. So I will use the bike with care. I will use them very carefully, safely, so that at least we will raise some funds on weekly and monthly basis for handle something that will be very important for our country. Thank DGC and Mama Wali.
So look at this guy, this video you have just watched, the video you have watched with the guy with the bike. These are people that I recruited through social media. Some of them are in social media. These are people I recruited to provide intelligence, to pick targets for our soldiers. I've been doing hard job. Many operations on ground zero. As I told you, I'm the only person in the diaspora who have recruited soldiers on ground zero, trained them, and they become an active unit. So these people, I use them, I supply intelligence to the whole forces, to all the leaders. I can show you communication. I tell, sometimes even John Baokoro, some leaders don't know where people contact them. I give intelligence when it comes to me sometimes. I tell my intel people, provide this information to so and so leader because I hear them say something and they make mistake. Perhaps they don't know what is really going on. Contact them and provide them intelligence. So when we bought this bike, the money came, they bought this bike. I'll play audios of my communication with this bike man. I have many of these bike people that we have provided, I've bought them bikes, that they work for the struggle. So they say that I take money, I eat money where? Where did I eat money? This is so low, accusing somebody who is clean, that the person have been corrupted. How did I corrupt? That's how you people have spoiled the whole struggle. You have destroyed the whole struggle. So they claim that I collected numbers from Cameroon government officials. Since when is it a crime to collect numbers of Cameroon government officials? I'm a leader. I need to have direct communication with La République du Cameroon. And each time I have communication with them, I disclose it to our people. When the Cameroon government contacted me to invite me for the Grand National Dialogue, I inform our public that I have been invited for the Grand National Dialogue. How do they think that the Cameroon government invited me? They said it was somebody to come and meet me here. Of course, they have my number. All leaders are supposed to have their contacts. We are not stupid. And I disclose all those communications I had with all the leaders. So you come and accuse me that I have the number. Dr Cho was asking me to go and give contacts to Cameroon delegate head so that they should have direct contact with him before they can come to negotiation. What type of negotiation does he want them to have with him before we come to the negotiation that the delegate could not do on the negotiation floor? To tell you that they are the ones who are corrupt. When we had a retrospective meeting, that was when Dr. Julius Ni was disclosing in the meeting that he collected numbers of all the Cameroon delegates. That was when he was disclosing it. I've been having full disclosure to our population, not just you guys, and to other leaders as well. Fellow Ambazonians, you people should know that before I resign, what I have seen in Dr. Cho Ayaba, you should run away from him. We went to negotiate because they want to blackmail me. The reason why they want to blackmail me is because they are afraid that I'm going to expose who Dr. Cho Ayaba is to you. And I've promised them that each time they go out to blackmail me, I'm going to expose what Dr. Cho Ayaba has really done. Those things that have made me to resign. I would have just stayed quiet about them. When we went to negotiate in Canada, after the first meeting we had that I led, we came back. The first time we discussed with Dr. Cho Ayaba, the first thing he said was, give me their numbers. I want to know, give me their identity. Let us go after these guys. All the Ambazonians who are representing Cameroon, let us go after them. And I refused. I said, how can you attack people who are negotiating with you? Even Jezebel said that, no, you cannot do that. We are obligated. Once you are a negotiator, you must be protected. Cameroon should not go after those who are negotiating with them. If we were complaining that, why would Cameroon be negotiating with the consortium? Out of a sudden, they turn around and arrest them, and their members have to run helter-skelter. Today, you want to do the same thing to Cameroon delegates. You want to go after the Cameroon delegates. Perhaps we are accusing the people of Marianta that we kicked out of the negotiation, that they were the one releasing the pictures and identity of Cameroon delegates. Perhaps it is still you, Dr. Cho, who did that. This is madness. You are crazy. You think that hardliner is showing that you are strong. You do like this, do like this. You are destroying our struggle. You are destroying our credibility. That's why you are being targeted today. I don't know the what basis, but these are just clear evidence that you are indeed a criminal. Somebody who wants to go and send people to go and kill Cameroon government delegates who are negotiating with you. So the world is right to say that you are against negotiation. That's why you are trying to go after people like me. Because I disagree with those type of draconian way of thinking. You refuse to accept Cameroon government offer you prisoner release, more than 1,000 prisoner release. I called prisoners, I told them they are going to come out. And today you come and claim that the Cameroon government was not acting in good faith. So you want people to believe you that the Cameroon government will convince the Canadians to come and sit down, bring the United Nations to come and sit down in a foreign country and commit officially with the president of Cameroon committing that they want to release prisoners and have ceasefire, that they were not acting in good faith, that they didn't intend to do what they were planning to do. Why did you not allow them to have the chance to prove to you that they were acting in bad faith so that we can then use that to the international community and make a good case against Paul Biya? You refuse prisoner release. Even when you ask, when we sign, you go behind and sabotage the whole thing. And today you have experts coming out to out you. The Canadians bar you from coming to Canada. It is a shame. And our people should know. I'm just coming back from Europe. I've had good discussion with the international community representing our people's aspiration and advocating for our people's right of self-determination. I'm going to be addressing those subject matters subsequently. What our people have to do, what we have to understand about the international community, and how we can secure for our people the best possible chance and the best possible outcome that is going to meet up with their aspiration and to give them the freedom that they have always wanted. Rather than us allowing the international community to turn their back against us. And the label that they gave to Dr. Cho, and they put it on all of our people. Dr. Cho said that leaders should come to a liberation struggle to die and go to prison. No. Leaders should come to a liberation struggle to fight to give freedom to their people and conduct themselves in ways that are befitting for people who are fighting for freedom. You don't come to go to prison or to commit war crimes or to use Ambazonian fighters to instigate them to commit excesses, thinking that by holding our people hostage, somehow you convince the international community to give us freedom. So I want our people to know this. The Agovc'S, which I give them credit, which I made them relevant, doing so in the best of my intention that this was what was good for our country, because I believe that we need to be presented in an organization that is capable of putting our nation first, putting the priorities of our people first, putting the interest of our people first. That was what I believe. But I've ended up to realize myself that Dr. Cho is not putting our peoples first. He is so extreme in his thinking that he's only going to drag our people into a situation that the world will classify this our struggle as an extremist struggle, and we will have a total loss if we continue to follow people like that. People who ask soldiers to cut the ID of people, instigate soldiers to go and kill the families of other activists, instigating fighters to kill each other because you want to remain on top, blackmailing other groups, and then questioning yourself, why are those groups not collaborating with you? So this man have been the author of the greatest disaster in our country. We were just so stupid to understand how he operates and how he engineer empty heads like Lucas Asu to push that his agenda. Dr. come and tell our people that he wants to develop a country that is going to be better than what we have in La Republique. How can we believe you when you are trying to assassinate people like Capo Daniel, who gave you relevance for no other reason but because we have a difference? How can we believe you when you send your spokesman to go and ask people to be killed, and then you come out, you pretend that you are different? This man, if you are following Dr. Cho, all those SCNC who called me and warned me, they were right. And the ADF soldiers, they know very well. That's why you can ask yourself, but why is this man buying so many weapons on ground zero and he does not have credit from the soldiers? You should ask yourself that reason, because they know what he's doing. Why do you think nobody wants to stand across with you, Dr. Cho? Because they know what you are doing. This struggle is not about us, the leaders, the activists, the talking heads on social media. This struggle is about our people. And we must put our peoples at the center of everything we do. The interest of our people. We should not engage in this type of useless to and fro. The same Ayabacho, he was calling cabinet members with intelligence that was coming from our international partners to show them that Cameroon is going after him and Capo Daniel. We are the two primary targets of the Cameroon government. So why will you be trying to blackmail me and to fight me when you yourself, you know, and you are testifying, even to the soldiers? You had meetings with the soldiers and you were telling them all these things. And then you come out to try to blackmail me. So how do you think this will affect the psychology of the soldiers and the people you have been telling them how credible I am? You don't even care about the consequences on our soldiers and our revolution, simply because you want to come up on top. It is a shame and a disgrace. And anybody who is in that group, the Agovc'S, think twice. If this man represents what you stand for, killing of Capo Daniel and his family, think about all the accusations they are making against him. Think about it. And the evidence that are out there, those soldiers accusing him. General Ivor, the supreme commander of the ADF, telling and saying the good ones are those who are in jail. So I'll leave it there, and we will continue to move forward as a people. And I'll continue to represent our country and to be a better leader than the ones we have seen. I'll continue to take decisions on behalf of our people and account to our people directly. I'll consult with our soldiers and with every constituent and work with everybody who is willing to abandon loyalty to groups over country and put country over groups. Together, we must bring sanity in our liberation struggle, bring good conduct in our liberation struggle, and adopt best practices that are going to give our people the best chance to free themselves and the best chance to have something out of this struggle. Because with people like that, I fear for our future. With people like that, I fear for our future. But for the sake of those who have paid the ultimate price, for the sake of all those who have closed their shop every Monday, I will stand for you and I will fight for you. And I will make sure this thing will not go down the drain because of partisanship. God bless you all.